Hello. If you're out there and playing tonight, let's hear from you on the chat and we'll see who we've got. Take a little time coming through, I think. Hi, June. Okay, Eddie. All right, Richard. Oh, Dawn can't play tonight, so she's out. Up there, Stacey. Evening, Stacey. I've been fine, Richard. Fine. Just waiting on Stephen. Said he was playing. I'll give you the subjects for tonight's questions, just while we're waiting. 1, as usual, on general knowledge. 2 is geography. 3 is pop. 4 is food and drink. 5 is TV. 6 is connections. 7 is sport. 8 is films. 9 is heroes and villains. And 10 is games. There's Stephen there. All right, mate. Right. I'll tell you just before we start, I'll give you the bad news, if it indeed is bad news, in that I won't be here for the next 2 Tuesdays. I'll be on holiday, so there'll not be a quiz for the next 2 Tuesdays. Sorry about that. And I think I'm only back about 3 weeks and I'm away for another 2. So. But anyway, we'll crack on with this week's. Round 1 on general knowledge. Question 1. In which part of your body would you find the cruciate ligament? Which part of your body would you find the cruciate ligament? Question 2. What is the name of the main antagonist of Othello in the Shakespeare play Othello? What's the name of the main antagonist of Othello in the Shakespeare play Othello? Question 3. What element is denoted by the chemical symbol SN? S for Sierra, N for Nevada. Capital S, small n. In the periodic table, that is. What element is denoted by the chemical symbol Sn in the periodic table? Question 4. How many of Henry VIII's wives were called Catherine? How many of Henry VIII's wives were called Catherine? And question 5. What was the most popular girl's name in the UK in 2021? Was it Olivia or was it Amelia? What was the most popular girl's name in the UK in 2021? Olivia or Amelia? Okay, question 2 is on geography. This is all five parts. According to gov.uk's list of UK cities, there are 6 cities in Northern Ireland. Name any 5 of them. According to the official government website, gov.uk, with a list of UK cities, and there are 6 official cities in Northern Ireland. Name 5 of them. When you've got your answers down, senders are ready. Stacey, ready? June, ready? Stephen, ready? Richard's ready. There's Eddie, ready. Okay, the answers. General knowledge. The cruciate ligament you would find in your knee. The main antagonist of Othello in this play is Iago, I-A-G-O, Iago. The element denoted by the chemical symbol Sn is tin. Stannic material is tin. How many of Henry VIII's wives were called Catherine? There were 3. Catherine Parr, Catherine Howard, Catherine of Aragon. And the most popular girls in the UK in 2021 was Olivia. You know, the 5 of the 6 cities in Northern Ireland, they are Armagh, Bangor, Belfast, Lisbon, Londonderry, or Derry if you just put Derry, it's the same place, and Newry, Newry, Newry. Let's say 6, so you got any 5 from those. When you've got your scores, send them through. Richard 6. Eddie 8. Stacy, his usual optimistic outlook on 4. June with a cracking 9. And Stephen with 6. So June out in an early lead there. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to question 3 on pop. 1980s lyrics. 1980s lyrics. In the titles of the songs from the 80s, from which these lyrics are taken. Number 1. I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. Number 2. And in my dreams, I've kissed your lips 1,000 times. And in my dreams, I've kissed your lips 1,000 times. But it's the song titles you're looking for. Number 3. And the public gets what the public wants. And the public gets what the public wants. Number 4. See them walking hand in hand across the bridge at midnight. See them walking hand in hand across the bridge at midnight. Number 5. I love you from the bottom of my pencil case. I love you from the bottom of my pencil case. Excuse me. Question 4 is food and drink. First part. From which country does the dish paella originate? From which country does the dish paella originate? Paella. Question 2. Which alcoholic drink would you need to make the cocktail Tom Collins? Would it be vodka, whiskey, or gin? What is the alcoholic drink in the cocktail at Tom Collins? Vodka, whiskey, or gin? Question 3. From which animal does haggis traditionally come? From which animal does haggis traditionally come? Question 4. Which famous drinks company's name originates from a medical condition concerning stomach pains that was initially intended to cure? Which famous drinks company's name originates from a medical condition concerning stomach pains that it was initially intended to cure? And question 5. Which bakery launched to sell out a vegan sausage roll in January 2019? Which bakery launched to sell out vegan sausage roll in January 2019? When you get your answers, send us a ready. Stacey's ready. Richard's ready. June's ready. Eddie's ready. And Stephen's ready there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, the answers. The 80s lyrics. I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. That was Down Under from Men at Work. Do you come from a land down under? And in my dreams, I've kissed your lips 1,000 times. That was Lionel Richie with Hello, Hello. And the classic And the Public Gets What the Public Wants from the Jam, Going Underground. See them walking hand in hand across the bridge at midnight. It's a slightly trickier one, but that was Duran Duran and Girls on Film. And the classic I Love You from the Bottom of My Pencil Case was a beautiful song, South and Song for Whoever. And I love you from the bottom of my pencil case. Like beautiful South. Goodbye, goodbye. Food and drink. Paella originates in Spain. We make a Tom Collins with gin. Haggis traditionally comes from a sheep. Famous drinks company whose name originates from a medical condition that was initially intended to cure. That's Pepsi. Initially meant to treat dyspepsia. And the bakery that launched a sell-out vegan sausage roll in January 2019 was Greggs. Good old Greggs. Who else could it be, really? When you got your scores, send them through. Ready? 7 gives you 15. Stephen, 9 gives you 15. Richard, 9 gives you 15. Stacey, 6 gives you 10. And June, 8 gives you 17. June and Mick there still out in the lead on 17 points. And Stephen, Eddie, and Richard breathing down the next on 15. And Stacey catching up on 10. Question 5 is TV. Done westerns, good old TV westerns. I used to like a good western. Question 1. What was the name of the ranch owned by the Cartwrights in Bonanza? What was the name of the ranch owned by the Cartwrights in Bonanza? Excuse me. Question 2. Who played the lead role in Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman? Who played the lead role in Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman? Question 3. What was the name of the TV Western featuring the adventures of Hannibal Hayes and Kid Curry? What was the name of the TV Western featuring the adventures of Hannibal Hayes and Kid Curry? Question 4. Who played the part of Al Svarengen, the owner of the Gem Saloon in Deadwood? Fairly recent one, that one. Who played the part of Al Svarengen, the owner of the Gem Saloon in Deadwood? And question 5, here's a good one for all us oldies. What was the name of the ranch in the Virginian? What was the name of the ranch in the Virginian? That's an oldie but goodie. Okay, question 6 is on connections. Question 1. Which Liverpool striker was voted a BBC Sports Personality of the Year in 1998? Which Liverpool striker was voted BBC Sports Personality of the Year in 1998? Question 4, June. Is that on the westerns? 4 was who played the part of Al Svarengen, the owner of the Gem Saloon in Deadwood? A fairly new series, that one. Deadwood. Question 2 on connections. What is the normal colour of the black box in a plane which can be used to gather important information in the event of a crash? What is the normal colour of the black box in a plane which can be used to gather important information in the event of a crash? Question 3. Which character does Bill Roach play in Coronation Street? Which character does Bill Roach play in Coronation Street? Question 4. Actress Emma Thompson won an Oscar for which 1992 film? Actress Emma Thompson won an Oscar for which 1992 film? And question 5. What's the connection between those 4 answers? What's the connection between those 4 answers? You've got all the answers. Senders are ready. Oh, we've got Stacey ready. We've got Richard ready. Oh, the last round. Right, Stephen, it was on connections. Was which Liverpool striker was voted BBC Sports Personality of the Year in 1998? Liverpool striker, Sports Personality of the Year, 1998. What's the normal colour of the black box in a plane? What's the normal colour of what's called a black box in a plane? Which character does Bill Roach play in Coronation Street? Which character does Bill Roach play in Coronation Street? Actress Emma Thompson won an Oscar for which 1992 film? Emma Thompson won an Oscar for which 1992 film? And 5. What's the connection between the 4 answers? Okay, so Eddie's ready. June's ready. I'll give Stephen a couple of minutes. Right. Okay, that's everybody ready. TV Westerns. The ranch owned by the Cartwrights in Bonanza was the Ponderosa. The lead role, Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, was played by Jane Seymour. TV Western that featured the adventures of Hannibal Hayes and Kid Curry. That was Alias Smith and Jones. Als Ferengen in Deadwood, played by Ian McShane. And the ranch in the Virginian was the Shiloh Ranch. Shiloh Ranch. Excuse me. Connections. The Liverpool striker voted Sports Personality of the Year in 1998 was Michael Owen. Normal colour of a black box in an airplane is orange. Bill Roach plays Ken Barlow. Emma Thompson won an Oscar for the 1992 film Howard's End. And the connection, Owen, Orange, Barlow, and Howard, all members of Take That. Take That. Mark Owen, Jason Orange, Gary Barlow, and Howard, whatever his name was. Okay, Stephen got 8. Gives you 23. Richard 6. gives you 21. Eddie, 8, gives you 23. Stacey, 4. Weston's a bit before your time, Stace. And June scored 7, 24. So the lead's been cut. June's on 24, Stephen and Eddie on 23 each, and Richard on 21, and Stacey on 14. Well, Weston's do you as well, Richard. They don't make them like that anymore now. Not TV series. Used to be great one. Okay, question 7 is on sport. It's the Olympics. The Olympics. Question 1. How many Olympic gold medals did rower Steve Redgrave win? How many Olympic gold medals did rower Steve Redgrave win? Question 2. What colour medal did diver Tom Daley win at London 2012? What colour medal did diver Tom Daley win at London 2012? Question 3. Jessica Ennis-Hill competed for Great Britain in which sporting event? Jessica Ennis-Hill competed for Team GB in which sporting event? Question 4. At which Olympics did Kelly Holmes win 2 gold medals? At which Olympics did Kelly Holmes win 2 gold medals? We have the City of the Year. And question 5. Jade Jones took home gold for Team GB in both the 2012 and 2016 Olympics. Which sport does she compete in? Jade Jones took gold for Team GB in the 2012 and 2016 Olympics. What sport did she compete in? Okay, question 8 is on films. Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock, one of the greatest directors of all time. There's a million questions on Hitchcock films, but these are fairly mainstream. They're his main movies, I think. Question 1. Who starred as Norman Bates in the 1960 Hitchcock movie Psycho? Who starred as Norman Bates in the 1960 Hitchcock movie Psycho? Second part. Who starred as excuse me? Who starred as Marion Crane in the same movie Psycho? Chapter starred as Marion Crane in the 60 Hitchcock movie Psycho. Question 3. Who stars as an injured photographer who believes he witnesses a murder in Hitchcock's Rear Window? Which actor stars as an injured photographer who believes he witnesses a murder in Hitchcock's Rear Window? Question 4. Which James Bond actor stars in the 1964 Hitchcock film Marnie? Which James Bond actor stars in the 1964 Hitchcock film Marnie? What's the matter, Richard? You're not a Hitchcock fan? Should be. He made some great films. And 5. Rod Taylor starred as Mitch Brenner and Tippi Hedren starred as Melanie Daniels in which 1963 Hitchcock classic set mainly in the town of Bodega Bay? Rod Taylor starred as Mitch Brenner. Tippi Hedren was Melanie Daniels in which 1963 classic Hitchcock set mainly in Bodega Bay? When you've got your answers, send us already. Or when you give up, send us already, Richard. Stacey ready? Stephen ready? I thought you might be, Stacey. Richard's ready. June's ready. We ready, I think. You ready, Eddie? Probably arguing with Carol or something. There we go. Right, sport. Rower Steve Redgrave won 5 gold medals. Tom Daley in London 2012 won a bronze. Jessica Ennis-Hill competed in the heptathlon. Kelly Holmes won 2 gold medals at the Athens 2004 Olympics. And Jade Jones won gold in 2012 and 2016 in Taekwondo. The Hitchcock films, who starred as Norman Bates in Psycho, that was Anthony Perkins. Marion Crane in the same film was played by Janet Leigh. She was the one in the famous shower scene. Who stars an injured photographer who believes he witnesses a murder in Hitchcock's Rear Window? That was the great James Stewart. James Bond actor who starred in the film Marnie was Sean Connery. And Rod Taylor starred as Mitch Brenner. Tippi Hedren played Melanie Daniels in The Birds. The Birds. Sorry if they were a bit before your time, but at the same time, they're always on the telly. Watch them, they're good films. Eddie, 9. 32. Richard, 3. 24. Stephen, 8 is 31. One lucky stays. 3 gives you 17. And June 6 gives you 30. So, very close to the top. Eddie now in the lead on 32. With Stephen Jeanette behind on 31. June on 30. And Richard on 24. And Stacey on 7. We're going to the last 2 rounds. Question 9 is heroes and villains. Question 1. In American Film Institute's list of the top 50 movie heroes, the number 1 hero is from a 1962 film based on a book by Harper Lee. Who is the hero? It's a character name you're looking for. In the AFI's list of the top 50 movie heroes, the 1 hero is from a 1962 film based on a book by Harper Lee. Who was the hero? Question 2. In which city did gangster Al Capone operate? In which city did gangster Al Capone operate? Question 3. Which group had a number 1 hit in 1974 entitled Billy, Don't Be a Hero? Which group had number 1 hit in 1974 called Billy, Don't Be a Hero? Question 4. Who played the villain Hans Gruber in the film Die Hard? Who played the villain Hans Gruber in the film Die Hard? And question 5. In American Film Institute's list of the top 50 movie villains, the number 1 villain was from a 1991 film based on a book by Thomas Harris. Who was he? You see, you must spend all your time watching crap films, Stacey, instead of watching the good Hitchcock type films. The last one was the AFI's list of the top 50 movie villains. Number one villain was from a 1991 film based on a book by Thomas Harris. Who was the villain? You've obviously never seen It's a Wonderful Life, Stacey. That's all I can say to you, son. Aye, Barbie's a good one. Aye, I like Barbie, you know. Well, then we'll agree to disagree on that one then, Stacey. Okay, question 10 is on games. Yeah, it's fun and games for you. You've no doubt all played at some time or another. Name 5 of the 6 colours of ball available when playing croquet. Name 5 of the 6 colours of ball available for playing croquet. If you don't know, put 5 colours down, you're in with a good shout. I don't mind Die Hard, Stacey, but it's not in my mind, it's not in the class. It's a Wonderful Life. Then again, I'm not a big fan of the action movie anyway, so. Hey, I said, June, just write down 5 colours, you're in with a good shout. Right, Stacey's ready. Stephen's ready. June's ready. Richard's ready. There's Eddie ready. Okay, question 9, heroes and villains. ASI's list of top 50 movie heroes. Number 1 hero on a book, a 1962 film based on a book by Harper Lee. Hero was Atticus Finch in the film To Kill a Mockingbird. Atticus Finch. Which city did gangster Al Capone operate? That's in Chicago. Group that had number 1 hit in 74 called Billy Don't Be a Hero. That was Paper Lace. Hans Gruber in the film Die Hard was played by the wonderful Alan Rickman. And the AFI's list of top 50 movie villains. Number 1 was a 1991 film based on a book by Thomas Harris. He was Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs. And games, you want 5 of the 6 colours available when playing croquet. Any 5 from blue, red, yellow, green, black, or orange. Blue, red, yellow, green, black, orange. You just gone for snooker balls if you got 5 of them. Obviously, there's no orange on the snooker table, but. Yeah, Richard, good score in 9. Finish on a high, Richard. 33. Eddie, 5. 37. Stephen, 9. 40. Stacey, 9. 26. And June 10, 40. 10 out of 10, June. That's cracking. So we finish on joint leaders. Stephen and Jeanette on 40. June and Mick on 40. Back from the depths here, June. Then had Eddie on 37, Richard on 33, and Stacey on 26. Hey. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed that. As I say, I'll be missing for another fortnight. I'll get in touch when I get back off my holidays and make sure everybody still wants a quiz. We'll just make the next one the last 2 rounds, Stacey. Okay, so I say, hope you all enjoy yourself, and hopefully we'll see you in about 3 weeks' time. Okay, thanks a lot now. Good night.